That sound. You know the one. You press the button and the airplane toilet doesn't just flush, it roars. Like something violent just happened underneath you. And you've probably wondered, does that just go straight outside? The real answer involves a 100-mile-an-hour vacuum and a nickname for the truck that empties it you won't see coming. Airplane toilets weren't always this way. Before the 1980s, commercial jets used what's called a recirculating system. The bowl was filled with a blue chemical liquid, disinfectant and deodorizer, that recirculated for the entire flight. It worked, but it was heavy, and in aviation, weight is money. Every extra pound costs real fuel. So in 1975, an engineer named James Kemper patented something that would completely rewrite how airplane bathrooms work. A home toilet uses gravity and water. That doesn't work on a plane. Turbulence would send water everywhere. So instead of water, engineers use air. When you flush, a valve opens to a pipe held at extremely low pressure, almost a vacuum, and air always moves from high pressure to low pressure. The instant that valve opens, everything in the bowl gets pulled downward at speeds up to 100 miles an hour through a pipe barely 2 inches wide. Everything in the bowl gets pulled downward at speeds up to 100 miles an hour. That's the roar you hear. While cruising, the thin air outside creates the vacuum for free, no motor required. But on the ground, before takeoff, that pressure difference doesn't exist yet, so an electric pump kicks in automatically and fakes the same effect. The system swaps between the two without you ever noticing. The bowl is coated in a non-stick material, like Teflon. That's why one flush uses less than half a gallon of liquid. Every flush travels through that vacuum pipe into a large, fully sealed holding tank, usually near the back of the aircraft, sometimes with a second one near the front. On a full long-haul flight, that tank can collect over 200 gallons of waste, roughly the equivalent of 1,000 individual flushes by the time the plane lands. And here's the part that shuts down the biggest myth immediately. There is no valve, lever, or button anywhere in the cockpit or cabin that lets a pilot or crew member release that tank mid-flight. It is physically impossible. Not a rule, a design fact. The tank has exactly one access point, and it's on the outside of the plane's belly, sealed shut until a ground crew connects to it after landing. The tank is only emptied after landing by a specific vehicle called the honey truck. It connects to the external panel, and using an even more powerful vacuum, empties the entire tank in a matter of minutes. From there, it's driven straight to the airport's wastewater treatment system, same as sewage from any building on the ground. So where do those stories of frozen waste falling out of the sky come from? Meet blue ice. It happens when a seal develops a tiny leak. Over years of use, a seal can wear down, or a valve can develop a small crack. When that happens, a small amount of liquid waste, still tinted blue from the disinfectant, can seep out through the exterior valve. At cruising altitude, temps drop below -60 degrees. Leaking waste freezes instantly onto the plane's exterior. Between 1979 and 2003, there were at least 27 documented cases in the US of blue ice striking the ground. In 3 separate incidents, falling ice actually struck a plane's own engines, causing power loss. All landed safely. Since airlines shifted to vacuum systems in the 1980s, these incidents have become significantly rarer, and modern aircraft now use heated valves and dual-sealed systems specifically built to prevent it. So that roar isn't a malfunction. That's 50 years of aerospace engineering. Pure air pressure, moving waste at highway speeds through a 2-inch pipe into a sealed tank that stays locked until a truck with a very specific nickname connects to it on the ground. It might be the most overlooked piece of engineering on the entire aircraft, hiding behind a door most of us try to spend as little time near as possible. If this actually surprised you, subscribe, because there are dozens of hidden systems on every flight, and we're breaking down every single one.